I'm Sarah from The Upcoming.
Hello.
A pleasure to speak to you. It's a bit chilly, isn't it?
That's right.
So if you could just kick off with a brief introduction to this film, what can audiences expect from The Son?
Well, The Son, some of you seen The Father, and The Father deals with an insoluble problem, which is what happens when somebody gets Alzheimer's or dementia. And similarly, this film deals with another insoluble problem, which is teenage depression. And what can you do when your son, for no apparent reason, becomes very, very distressed and unhappy? And of course, you want to do the right thing, but it's not always easy to do because you have so much flesh in the game yourself. So it's not easy to be objective about it. And so this film deals with that specific agonizing problem, really.
And of course, it was originally a play in 2018. So what made you think this was going to work well as a piece of cinema? And what was the process like of translating it into a film?
Well, I mean, I've been working with Florian for all these years now. And to start with, what I do is I try and translate his plays into English as lucidly and as faithfully as I can. And then it's a different problem thinking about moving them to the cinema because they're very, very different mediums. The good luck, as the father made clear, was that Florian is a master of this medium as well. So I'm really the beneficiary of this because I just try and enable him, and I suppose I speak English, obviously, and write in English, and also I've had quite a lot of experience in writing screenplays. But I'm really trying to serve his vision more than anything else.
And what an incredible cast! I mean, very sensitive subject matter, and I think each of them just really brings out kind of the nuance, the complexity. These are very layered characters, particularly Hugh Jackman. I think that real tough masculine exterior and the vulnerability underneath, but of course Laura Dern, Anthony Hopkins, and this amazing newcomer in Zen. So what was it like seeing this cast bring the story to life?
Well, it was great, and Hugh, of course, actually contacted Florian, asked for the part, out of the blue, as it were. I mean, it was great. It's always great working with a team of people who are dedicated to what they're doing and have no reservations about the project. And these actors just threw themselves into it, and it was great. It was mostly filmed in some bleak warehouse in Enfield, but once you got in there and then watched them, it was great.
And Hugh in particular, I mean, that character is a difficult one to play, but I think he gets it pitch perfect.
Yes, he does. And I was very, very happy because I almost worked with him about 10, 15 years ago, and in the way of films, it didn't come together. But as soon as Florian said, Hugh Jackman has been in touch, I said, grab him with both hands.
And just very quickly, what do you think people will take away? I mean, I guess there's something to be said there about intergenerational trauma. There's something maybe about the new generation, and perhaps we don't understand always the specific things they're facing, and maybe that love isn't always enough.
Love isn't always enough is really what the doctor says at the end, and it's really an unexpected message, but it really is the message. You kind of need professional help. You need to. You can't just talk people out of these conditions. They've got to. They really do need help.
Yes, well, it's a couple dealing with a son with teenage depression. Of course, there are the usual problems. They are divorced. They are dealing with something they don't at all understand. They're really anxious to investigate and not make mistakes as far as the boy is concerned. But it's very hard to it's such an intractable problem. It's very, very hard for them to do the right thing, one, and to feel they're doing the right thing too. So it's an unforgiving subject, I'm afraid. Yes, I think what we've done in the film, which is different from the play, is even let the audience see his father, played by Anthony Hopkins, so that you get a sense of how these things unfurl from one generation to another. These things are never explicable entirely by genetics. There's some mysterious chemical element in depression which we didn't really understand yet. So both these things are present in our minds when we're well, his warmth is the strongest feeling you get from him, and he turned out to be the perfect leading man, not only in terms of acting but in terms of taking care of, especially Zen McGrath, who's also Australian, who plays the son, who is inexperienced, and he really nurtured him, I think. So that was good to watch on the set, and it was a very nice atmosphere on the set, despite the fact that it was masked up. I don't know, but it does, and therefore, since that's all I ever wanted to do, I'm very happy to have been able to spend my life doing that, and I can't tell you what it is in us that needs narrative so much, but there it is. It's undeniable. Yes, he's a very thoughtful and subtle filmmaker, and those are the qualities I appreciate in him as a filmmaker, but also as a friend, as a person. He's been wonderful to work with these last 7 or 8 years since I started working with him, and it's been a sort of rejuvenating thing for me, I must say. I think it's really what we're hoping for is to contribute to the debate, and it's mental health day to day, and this is such a serious problem all over the world. We've all been touched by it personally, I think, in one way or another, and so what would be more important to sort of put this issue in front of people and say, let's talk about it.